Hey there, curious minds. Ever stumbled upon a bank name and wondered, could I actually own a piece of that? Today, that's exactly what we're diving into with Patriot Bank. Stick around, because you might be surprised by what we uncover. Think about it for a second. Banks are these pillars of our financial lives, holding our savings, facilitating our transactions, and often playing a big role in our communities. Some of them are household names, their logos instantly recognizable. And in an age where investing is becoming increasingly accessible, it's natural to wonder if you can buy stock in these institutions. We see companies of all shapes and sizes listed on stock exchanges, their shares bought and sold by investors big and small. This allows them to raise capital for growth and provides a way for individuals to participate in their success. But not every company chooses this path. Some remain privately held, their ownership concentrated among a smaller group of individuals or entities. So, where does Patriot Bank fit into this picture? Is it a publicly traded company, meaning its shares are available for purchase on a stock exchange? Or is it privately held, its ownership structure more exclusive? To answer this, we need to delve a little deeper. We'll explore what it means for a company to be publicly traded, the process involved, and some of the key indicators we can look for to determine a company's status. We'll also touch upon the alternative, being privately held, and what that entails. Let's start with the basics. When a company goes public, it typically does so through an initial public offering, or IPO. This is a significant event where the company offers its shares to the public for the very first time. It's a way to raise substantial capital, which can then be used for expansion, research and development, debt repayment, or other strategic initiatives. Once a company's shares are listed on a stock exchange, like the New York Stock Exchange, NYSE, or the Nasdaq, they can be bought and sold by anyone with a brokerage account. The price of these shares fluctuates based on supply and demand, influenced by factors like the company's performance, industry trends, and overall economic conditions. Publicly traded companies are also subject to a significant amount of regulatory oversight, including regular financial reporting to ensure transparency for investors. On the other hand, a privately held company does not offer its shares to the general public. Ownership is usually concentrated among the founders, their families, employees, or private equity firms. These companies don't have the same reporting requirements as public companies and often have more flexibility in their decision-making since they aren't as beholden to the short-term pressures of the stock market. So, how do we figure out Patriot Bank's status? One of the most straightforward ways is to look for its stock ticker symbol. Publicly traded companies are assigned unique ticker symbols that identify their shares on the stock exchange. For example, Apple is Apple, and Google's parent company, Alphabet, has tickers Google and Google. If Patriot Bank were publicly traded, it would have its own ticker symbol. A quick search on major financial websites or brokerage platforms for Patriot Bank stock or similar terms should reveal a ticker symbol if one exists. If no ticker symbol is found, or if the search results primarily point to news and information about the bank itself rather than its stock, that's a strong indication it might not be publicly traded. Another avenue of investigation is to look at the investor relations section of Patriot Bank's official website. Publicly traded companies typically have a dedicated section for investors, providing information such as financial reports, investor presentations, and details about their stock. If Patriot Bank is public, its website should have a clear and easily accessible investor relations page. The absence of such a page could suggest it's a private entity. Furthermore, we can explore the filings made with the Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, in the United States. Publicly traded companies are required to file regular reports with the SEC, such as annual reports, Form 10-K, quarterly reports, Form 10-Q, and current reports, Form 8-K, for significant events. These filings are publicly available through the SEC's EDGAR database. If Patriot Bank is public, its filings would be accessible here. A search for Patriot Bank in the EDGAR database should yield relevant results if it's a publicly traded entity. Now, let's put these investigative tools to work. A quick search reveals that there are several financial institutions with Patriot in their name, which can make this a little tricky. We need to be specific about the Patriot Bank we're interested in. Often, the location or a more precise name can help narrow down our search. Let's consider Patriot Bank, N.A., headquartered in Stamford, Connecticut. This particular institution has a significant presence in the region. If we search for Patriot Bank N.A. stock or Patriot Bank Connecticut stock, do we find a corresponding ticker symbol? Upon investigation, it appears that Patriot National Bancorp Incorporated, PNBK, is the holding company for Patriot Bank, N.A. This is a crucial distinction. Often, a bank itself might be a subsidiary of a larger holding company that is publicly traded. In this case, it seems Patriot National Bancorp Incorporated is indeed publicly traded and listed on the Nasdaq stock market under the ticker symbol PNBK. So, the answer to our initial question, is Patriot Bank publicly traded, is a bit nuanced. While the specific entity Patriot Bank, N.A. might not be directly traded on its own, its parent holding company, Patriot National Bancorp Incorporated, is publicly traded under the ticker PNBK. This means that if you're interested in investing in Patriot Bank, the way to do so is by purchasing shares of Patriot National Bancorp Incorporated. This highlights an important aspect of the financial world. Bank holding companies are common structures, and investors often buy shares in the holding company, which then owns and operates one or more banks. This structure can offer certain advantages in terms of regulation and capital management. Therefore, if you've seen the name Patriot Bank and wondered if you could invest in it, the answer is yes, through its publicly traded parent company, Patriot National Bancorp Incorporated. You can find its stock listed on the Nasdaq under the ticker symbol PNBK. It's always a good idea to do your own thorough research before making any investment decisions. Look into Patriot National Bancorp's financial performance, its leadership, its market position, and any potential risks and opportunities. Review their SEC filings, read news articles, and consider your own investment goals and risk tolerance. Understanding the difference between a bank and its holding company is key in situations like this. While the bank itself might not have its shares publicly available, the holding company that owns it often does, providing a way for investors to gain exposure to the bank's performance. So, to circle back to our initial question, while you might not directly buy Patriot Bank stock in isolation, you can invest in its publicly traded parent company, Patriot National Bancorp Incorporated, trading under the ticker PNBK on the Nasdaq. With that said, thanks for watching and until next time.